for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Baca is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Williams. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's George in at the small forward. And for Chicago, Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's Junior in at the point. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation. Because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking.
For the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
That was all Junior there, working hard to get the shot in despite the aggressive defense.
Here's Williams. And yes, it's good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
For 3. Porter pulls it in. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Junior, and Junior throws it down.
Special things happening right now as Junior's putting the ball on the deck.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside Williams. Charity stripe shot. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share. There's no question this team can shoot the ball. That's the philosophy he's instilled here. Long-range shooters they've got, he wants them to move the ball from one side of the floor to the other. And then take that first open look that's available. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You know, hard to create spacing without the threes. George looking around, and he banks in the layup.
PG playing behind the pick and roll, able to use his size, and a pretty good decision that time with the basketball.
Here's Junior. That one, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Zach LaVine.
And this is where Ibaka is becoming a little more savvy. Just catches the defense off guard. All they can do at that point is foul.
So for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Jackson in for Lou Williams. Ibaka hits both of them.
And back in 08, Ibaka became the first player ever from the Republic of Congo to be drafted in the NBA.
Levine dishes to Carter. It's hauled in by George.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
I like seeing Markkanen be this assertive offensively. Sometimes the defense doesn't know what to do when he has it.
First trip to the line for him here.
And when he's gotten himself to the line this season, he's come through right around 74%. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Young and Carter are the big men inside. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's Junior in at the 1 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
If you grew up like Junior in a basketball family, you play lots of pickup ball, and you better know how to make a shot if you're going to get knocked around.
Here's Patterson, and it's Chicago with the rebound.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
And the jam by Levine.
Really nice work from Junior there, showing off his ability to size up the defense, then make the right decision.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's George. Up top, Ibaka shoots it. And that one is off. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Junior with it. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Clippers trail by 13. Over in the corner, Williams. No good with the triple.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
For three, Levine. Rebound by Williams. The Clippers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Hornets, was tremendous. He added 27 points, and he was efficient out there, whether it was from the field or at the free throw line. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. And Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Paul George put his defender in the blender right there. Tough for him to guard that kind of possession.
The Clippers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Kick out to Levine. Bangs home the trifecta. Levine's got 5.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
Here's Junior, and Junior throws it down.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Clippers trail by 12. To the inside, Jackson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And that's now 11 points for Reggie Jackson.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Jackson comes over with the double. Junior the pass to Carter. Shoots over Zubac. And the rejection by Zubac. Stolen by Jackson. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Pulls up. That shot no good. Some solid defense there from Junior.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
That's the toughness that the coach really loves to see as Junior just looks at the defense and sets himself up to go.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Williams, he's checked in for Carter. Denzel Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's Kobe White in for Zach LaVine. Here's Jackson. Here's Zubats. Jackson looking around. Can't cash in from the high post.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Junior in this one, he's been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Williams. And it's Ibaka in at the 5. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
Kennard finds Williams, pulls it up. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Williams has got 8. Second half rolling along now, about a minute played here. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, trailing by 13. Inside, and Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Williams.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Chicago calls timeout. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process. And here's Junior. 19 points in the game. Jackson comes over with the double. White, wide open. He fired. A three-pointer is right on target. White's got his second basket of the game.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Here's Ibaka, off target at the rim. Here's Junior. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. No good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's Chicago, up by 11. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Lauri Markkanen. Junior's out there with White. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. And it's Williams at the 4. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Now here's Batum. An even 3-on-3 break. Jackson has the open look. From outside off the mark. Chicago leading by 11. Floats it up for Williams.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. They get a hand on it. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Jackson. It's a hand on it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Carter, he's checked in for Williams. Paul George, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Free throw good, Junior.
What I love about Junior, he's got grit and tenacity. He's always looking for ways to improve.
George, that's a two-pointer. Chicago grabs the miss.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Porter against George. Back to Kennard. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got his 6th rebound on the night.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The first one falls.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Levine's checked in for Chicago. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Williams is checked in, and he makes both free throws.
In the 7th pick of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him.
And it's George missing. Chicago leading by 18. Pass to Junior. From 10 feet out. Offensive rebound. Carter. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Bully ball at its finest there. Carter Jr. brings a physical presence to this team.
Passes it to Patterson. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now, here's Junior. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Carter. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Bulls lead by 19.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift-wrapping points.
Here's Junior. And Junior throws it down hard.
And how about that level of creativity Junior brings to his dunks? It's fun watching him sky up and throw it down.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 21. 1:46 left in the 4th quarter of this one. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Junior.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Thank you for joining us.